Thinking about it carefully, Ichiro felt a little guilty in his heart. Because in this way, it was equivalent to selling out his father's life's hard work. There is an old Chinese saying that it is not distressing to ask the cubs to sell Yetian, but this old saying is a prodigal. Although Ichiro is not very capable, he really cannot be regarded as a prodigal. If he were a prodigal son, he would not have come to China to participate in the traditional medicine expo, let alone covet Tianqi's magical medicine. He wanted to get the magic medicine formula, but he also wanted to revitalize Kobayashi Pharmaceutical and let the company stand on the top of the world. After all, he also has a leading family to flourish. But now, Kobayashi Pharmaceutical will soon be ruined in his hands. Although Ichiro was very melancholic, but after thinking about it, he felt that this might not be a bad thing. After all, he also knows how popular JX-Wizen is now. Judging from the powerful medicinal effects of JX-Wizen, it will definitely become a best-selling medicine in the world in the future. As for Kobayashi Pharmaceutical, if it is not included by Charlie, it will definitely go downhill in the future. If Kobayashi Pharmaceutical makes all-out efforts to produce JX-Wizen after the change of ownership, it will surely create huge wealth around the world. By that time, his 10% shares may allocate more money. Thinking of this, Ichiro felt much more relaxed. More than 2 hours later, Charlie's plane landed at Tokyo Airport. After completing the immigration formalities, everyone came out of the airport, and the men arranged by Isik were already waiting outside the airport. Isik arranged for these men to drive all Rolls-Royces. In Japan, Rolls-Royce is even more rare than in China. This is mainly because most Japanese people choose cars from local Japanese brands, which are cheap and affordable. Imported cars such as Mercedes-Benz, BMW and even Rolls-Royce have a very low percentage of appearances on the streets of Japan, so this fleet of Rolls-Royce is also very eye-catching at the airport. Isik personally opened the door of one of the Rolls-Royce cars for Charlie. After Charlie got in the car, he went to the other side to get on the car and asked Charlie, "Master, where shall we go first?" Charlie said, "Go directly to the headquarters of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical." Isik said, "Master, I have investigated the situation of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical Company, Limited before. To be honest, their family is still very complicated, and you rashly brought Ichiro over. I am afraid it will be difficult to convince the public." Charlie smiled slightly, and said indifferently, "The more complicated, the more quickly I have to cut the mess. I'm here to make money, not to make friends with them. Could it be that I have to take all the mess of the Kobayashi family one by one? Is it smooth?" Isik said with some worry, "Master, after all, Kobayashi Pharmaceutical is a large group worth more than 100 billion. The collateral members of their family will look at Kobayashi Pharmaceutical. Now in their eyes, Ichiro is dead. Jiro has also disappeared, so it is a good opportunity to embezzle Kobayashi Pharmaceutical. Maybe they have already started to divide the company internally. We risk to harvest them, it will cause strong resistance." Charlie smiled calmly. From a legal point of view, no one can stop Ichiro from taking back Kobayashi Pharmaceutical. If other people in the Kobayashi family are not convinced and want to make some small actions, then I will take this opportunity to take the rest of the Kobayashi family. Clean up the collateral members. At this time, Kobayashi Pharmaceutical's Tokyo headquarters is preparing to hold an emergency shareholders meeting. During this time, the chairman of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical Company, Limited, that is, Jiro, disappeared suddenly after he left for China, and the entire Kobayashi Pharmaceutical Group was headless. In the beginning, the shareholders were still trying every means to find the whereabouts of Jiro. But they did a lot of hard work and tried, and they did not find Jiro. After that, they immediately contacted Ito Takehiko, the leader of the Ito family. "I contacted Ito Takehiko because the shareholders of Kobayashi Pharmaceuticals know that Ito Takehiko is very optimistic about Kobayashi Pharmaceuticals and Jiro, and hopes to recruit Jiro as his son-in-law, and then buy shares in Kobayashi Pharmaceuticals. And the reason why Jiro went to China, in the final analysis, was to pursue Ito Takehiko's daughter, Nanako. As a result, Nanako returned, but her follower Jiro evaporated from the world, which made the Kobayashi family members even hard to understand. Ito Takehiko is also very concerned about this matter. After all, he is very optimistic about Jiro and Kobayashi Pharmaceutical too. If Jiro disappears, he will naturally not be his son-in-law. Moreover, JX Wizen is currently insufficient in production capacity and has not been exported to overseas markets. Therefore, local Japanese consumers know nothing about this magic medicine. They still regard Kobayashi Wizen as the best in stomach medicine. Kobayashi Wizen is in the Japanese market. Sales have not received any impact. Therefore, in Ito's view, Kobayashi Pharmaceutical's future prospects are still bright. In order not to miss the opportunity to invest in Kobayashi Pharmaceutical, Ito Takehiko also sent many people to search for Jiro's whereabouts. But it is a pity that they don't have a strong intelligence network in China, and they can't get any information about Jiro at all. As a result, Jiro seemed to have completely disappeared in the eyes of the Kobayashi family and Ito Takehiko. Over time, Ito Takehiko took the lead in giving up the search for Jiro. He felt that instead of looking for Jiro, it would be better to quickly let the Kobayashi family choose a new president, and then go to work with the new president by himself. Subsequently, under the operation of Ito Takehiko, the Kobayashi family also gave up.